Back in Atlantic City and ready for the WBC Light Heavyweight Championship fight between Dwight Muhammad Qawi, formerly Dwight Braxton, and the number 3 ranked Eddie Davis. Qawi, now 29 years of age, defending his title for the 3rd time. He won it when he defeated a surprise knockout victory over Matthew Saad Muhammad for the title in December '81. He beat Muhammad in a rematch and also defeated Jerry Martin in a title defense in Las Vegas. He spent 5.5 years in prison. Muhammad Qawi is only 5 feet 7.5 inches tall, one of the shortest champions in light heavyweight history. At the age of 29, he defends for the 3rd time. On his way to the ring now, a man who appreciates his freedom, Dwight Muhammad Qawi. He recently visited a spot he'd rather not return to, Rahway State Prison, New Jersey.
6 a.m. Dwight Muhammad Qawi does his road work, 3.8 miles. It's not fun for the 29-year-old fighter, more like a necessary evil. Maybe necessary because of some of the unnecessary evils of the past. Is Dwight running to get away from his past? Maybe that's too easy, too simple. But 5 years ago, he was an inmate at the Rahway State Prison in New Jersey, serving 5.5 years for armed robbery. He returned to Rahway recently, visited the prison gym where he sharpened his boxing skills. It stirred some memories.
At first, when you come in, right, you have to even get adapted, all over. You don't know how many times you've been back here. You still got to get adapted all over again because it's unreal, it's unnatural. And when you come in, the cell closes, and you can't get up and just walk out when you want to. And then there's going to be moments when the thought's going to hit you. They tell you keep your mind off the street, but the thought's going to come back. And you're gonna be reminded, or you're gonna think, you're gonna reminisce rather, that how it was like out there, what it's like out there, what they're doing out there, what your family doing, what's happening out there, and that's hardcore reality. It can bring you to tears, which I came to many times, at night I would. After all the activities had died down, lockup is 9 o'clock, and in the streets you probably be just going out somewhere. And, here you have to go to bed that time and just sit there and stare at the walls, read, Whatever you do is going to be repetition because that's the same thing you're going to do every night because there's nothing else to do. And it's going to hurt you. It's going to hit you, especially after 5 years. But here is where I came to grips with a lot of things, about myself. And the atmosphere of boxing was here. And, I decided here what I was going to fight. But, I did a lot of thinking here, a lot of time. I knew I didn't want to come back here. So when I said I can fight a little bit, I loved it. It was in my blood. And I said it was kind of foolish and crazy at the time. I was getting older, and I said, yeah, I can do it, and I kept making myself believe that, and I would, even go as far as fantasizing me being the champ, Now, at the time, Victor Galindez was champ, and I said to myself, I can beat him.
Things are different now. When Dwight left Rahway after his visit, there was a limousine waiting to take him back to his training camp in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. There, in contrast to the stark prison gym, he works out in a lush setting. It's symbolic of the way his life has changed. A couple of years ago, he was a $5 an hour laborer. Now he's in the $500,000 a fight class.
It's just like education. The more education you got, all that means is you have more responsibility. You learn that much that you have to take care of that much more, what need to be tended to that much more. So the same with accumulating a lot of things. If you're a real person, a real human being, you learn that responsibilities come along with that.
He's a very intense individual. And I think he is trying to correct some of the things that he might have done wrong as a young man.
Dwight's determination shows in the ring. He's small for a light heavyweight, under 5 feet 7. So at first you think he's going to be a plotter, taking a lot of punches to get inside. But he's an effective boxer, has good moves. He makes his opponent miss.
My motto, number one, with fighting is to hit very hard and be hard to hit. And, and I try to live up to that, and I get the punches in, and I got the way. And that's the whole thing about boxing, Make them miss and make them pay. I don't dance around like Ali, and I don't try a whole lot of dumb trick stuff like a lot of other fighters do. My style is have an aim, and it has a purpose. And they call me the buzzsaw because I be getting in there and be doing what I got to do and staying right there. But I don't be laying on the guy, don't be smothering, don't be wrestling him. It's just, it's a technique, it's an art, and I go to work. I go to work.